Hello and welcome to another episode of today's GK. Let's begin with the practice question of the last segment. Consider the following statements regarding National Means Cum Merit Scholarship Scheme. It is a central sponsored scheme launched in 2008. Only the students from Kendra Vidyalaya and residential schools are eligible for the scholarship under the scheme. We have to select the correct statement. Only first statement is correct is the correct answer. The government has approved the continuation of the NMMS scheme over the 15th Finance Commission cycle for a period of 5 years. The objective of the scheme is to award scholarships to meritorious students of economically weaker sections to arrest their dropout at class 8th and encourage them to continue their education at secondary stage. It is the centrally sponsored scheme. It was launched in 2008. Students whose parental income from all sources is not more than 1,50,000 per annum are eligible to avail the scholarship. The students studying in Kendra Vidyalayas, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, residential schools run by the state government institutions and private schools are not eligible for the scholarship under the scheme. Moving on. Consider the following statements regarding the Defense Research and Development Organization. It is the research and development wing of the Ministry of Science and Technology. Agni 5 is a solid-fueled intercontinental ballistic missile developed by it. So we have to select the correct statement. Only the second one is correct. B is the correct answer. A joint team of scientists from DRDO and IIT Delhi successfully demonstrated quantum key distribution link between Prayagraj and Vindhyachal in Uttar Pradesh. This technological breakthrough was achieved over a commercial-grade optic fiber already availed in the field. DRDO is the Research and Development Wing of Ministry of Defense with a vision to empower India with cutting-edge defense technologies in the pursuit of self-reliance. Agni and Prithvi series of missiles have been developed by DRDO. This has given quantum jump to India's military might and generating effective deterrence and providing crucial leverage. It is a network of more than 50 laboratories which are deeply engaged in developing defense technologies covering various areas. Consider the following statements regarding exercise Cobra Warrior 22. It is a multi-nation Navy exercise to be held in Waddington, United Kingdom. India will be participating in the exercise for the first time. Other countries participating are UK, Sweden, Saudi Arabia and Bulgaria. So we have to select the correct statement. If we talk about here, second and third are correct. B is the correct answer. So Indian Air Force will participate in a multi-nation air exercise named Exercise Cobra Warrior 22 at Waddington, UK from 6th to 27th March. IAF Light Combat Aircraft Tejas will participate in the exercise along with fighter aircraft of UK and other leading air forces. It is a multi-nation air exercise named to be held at Royal Air Force Base in Waddington, UK. Exercise Cobra Warrior is one of the largest annual exercises by the Royal Air Forces and India will be participating in the exercise for the first time. Other countries participating are the UK, Sweden, Saudi Arabia and Bulgaria. The exercise will provide operational exposure and share best practices amongst the participating air forces and will further enhance their combat capabilities and forging bonds of friendship. Moving on. Consider the following statements. The pricing of sugarcane is governed by the statutory provisions of the Sugarcane Order 1966. Fair and remunerative prices is recommended by the Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices. The FRP is based on the Rangarajan Committee report on reorganizing the sugarcane industry. We have to select the correct statement. All are correct. D is the correct answer. Recently, Maharashtra government issued a government resolution regarding FRP which will allow sugar mills to pay the basic fair and remunerative price in 2 tranches. While the sugar industry has welcomed the move, farmers have opposed it. FRP is the price declared by the government which mills are legally bound to pay the farmers for the cane produced from them. The pricing of sugarcane is governed by the statutory provisions of the Sugarcane Control Order of 1966 issued under the Essential Commodities Act of 1955. FRP is recommended by CACP. It is based on the Rangarajan Committee report on reorganizing the sugar industry. Consider the following statements regarding carbon capture. Carbon capture is the long-term storage of carbon in plants, soils, geologic formations and the oceans. Carbon capture occurs both naturally and as a result of anthropogenic activities. Dumping of iron in the ocean decreases CO2 absorption. So we have to select the not correct statement. Only the third statement is not correct. C is the correct answer. Most carbon capture and utilization technologies might fail to help the world reach net zero emission by 2050. Carbon capture is the long-term storage of carbon in plants, soils, geologic formations, and the ocean. Carbon capture occurs both naturally and as a result of anthropogenic activities. Terrestrial carbon sequestration, geologic carbon sequestration, ocean carbon sequestration. These are the types of carbon capture technologies. The dumping of iron stimulates phytoplankton production, which leads to enhanced photosynthesis from the microorganism, helping in CO2 absorption. International Space Station is a joint project of which of the following agencies? National Aeronautics and Space Administration, Roscosmos, Canadian Space Agencies, China National Space Administration. We have to select the correct answer. So, first, second and third are a part of it, but not China National Space Administration. So, option C is the correct answer over here. Recently, NASA has announced plans for the International Space Station to be officially decommissioned in 2031. ISS is a habitable artificial satellite, the single largest man-made structure in lower Earth orbit, which was the first component of it was launched in 1998. It circles the Earth in roughly 92 minutes and completes 15.5 orbits per day. The program is a joint project between 5 participating space agencies, namely NASA, Roscosmos, JAXA, that is Japan's Aeronautic Agency, European Space Agency, and Canada's Space Agency. Its ownership and use has been established by intergovernmental treaties and agreements. It serves as a microgravity and space environment research laboratory. Crew members conduct experiments in biology, human biology, physics, astronomy, meteorology, and other fields here. Consider the following statements with respect to Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. An amount of 6,000 rupees per year is transferred in 2 equal installments. It provides income support to all small and marginal farmers' families having cultivable land up to 2 hectares. We have to select the correct statement. Both are incorrect. D is the correct answer. Today is the 3rd anniversary of the launch of Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme. The scheme was launched on 24th February 2019. It aims to provide income support to all landholding farmers' families and enable them to meet expenses related to agriculture as well as domestic needs. An amount of 6,000 rupees per year is transferred in 3 equal installments of 2,000 rupees directly into the bank accounts of the farmers. The scheme initially provided income support to all small and marginal farmer families having cultivable land up to 2 hectares. Later, it was expanded to cover all farmer families irrespective of the size of their land holdings. With respect to Adams Bridge, consider the following statements. It is a chain of natural granite rocks. It lies between the Pamban Islands and Mannar Island. So we have to select the correct statement. Only the second one is correct. B is the correct answer. The Supreme Court will soon take up MP Subramanian Swamy's petition seeking national heritage status for the Ram Setu. Adams Bridge, also known as Ram's Bridge or Ram Setu, is a chain of natural limestone shoals. It lies between Pambal Islands, also known as Rameswaram Islands of the southeastern coast of Tamil Nadu, India, and Mannar Island of the northwestern coast of Sri Lanka. Geologic evidence suggests that the bridge is a formal land connection between India and Sri Lanka, and the feature is 48 km long, which separates the Gulf of Mannar and from the Park Strait. It was reportedly passable on foot until the 15th century when storm deepened the channel. Rameshwaram Temple records say that Adams Bridge was entirely above sea level until it broke in a cyclone in 1480. Consider the following statements with reference to Haiti. The name of Haiti means mountainous land. It won independence from France in 1804. We have to select the correct statement. Both are correct. C is the correct answer. Haiti's Association of Industries issued a statement condemning what is called violent acts against factory located in the industrial park and elsewhere. Haiti's population is almost entirely descendant from African slaves and won independence from France in 1804. It makes it the second country in the Americas after the US to free itself from the colonial rule. Haiti is a country in the Caribbean Sea that includes the western third of the island of Hispaniola and such smaller islands as Gunave, Tortu, Grand Cay, and Vache. The capital is Port-au-Prince. Haiti's name derives from the indigenous Arawak place names Haiti, mountainous land. With respect to National Supercomputing Mission, consider the following statements. It is steered jointly by the Department of Science and Technology and Department of Electronics and Information Technology. So far, 10 supercomputers have been installed in 10 institutes. We have to select the correct statement. So, statement, both are correct. C is the correct answer. India has now installed at least 3 supercomputers in scientific institutions across the country in the last 3 months under the government's National Supercomputing Mission. The mission envisages empowering our national academic and research and development institutions spread over the country by installing a vast supercomputing grid. It will comprise more than 70 high-performing computing facilities. These supercomputers will also be networked on the National Supercomputing Grid over the National Knowledge Network. This is another program of the government which connects academic institutions and research and development labs over high-speed network. It is being implemented and steered jointly by the Department of Science and Technology and Department of Electronics and Information Technology. So far, 10 supercomputers have been installed in 10 institutes with 5 more in the final stage according to the Department of Science, and the estimated cost of it is rupees 4,500 crore over a period of 7 years. Treaty of Dunkirk was signed between which of the following 2 countries? The correct answer is UK and France. NATO is at the heart of the current war between Russia and Ukraine. On 4th March 1947, the Treaty of Dunkirk was signed by France and the UK as a treaty of alliance and mutual assistance in the aftermath of World War II. In 1948, this alliance was expanded to include the Benelux countries in the form of Western Union, also referred to as the Brussels Treaty Organization, established by the Treaty of Brussels. Talks for a new military alliance, which could also include North America, resulted in the signature of North Atlantic Treaty on 4th April 1949. Consider the following statements regarding Bharatnatyam. The origin of this dance can be traced to the sage Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra, and it is the only form of classical dance wedded to Hindustani music. Raman Kutti Nair and Kalamandalam Gopi were the prominent artists of Bharatnatyam. So we have to select the correct statement. That's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.